Hello and welcome to a Mob Mentality Totem play. That's right, we're going to do something different, a little different here today. We've kind of come up with this little idea here, since there's a lot of games out there, a lot of Let's Plays. What we're going to do today is what we're referring to as a totem play. Something new. What this totem play is it's going to be three of us. It's going to be myself, Lyric, Huds, and Dark X, all playing back-to-back on the same save. We will be sending the save to each other. So every 15 minutes of playtime or so, we'll figure out the exact time later, you'll be seeing a new person play. And the idea of this challenge is having three different minds doing three different things, and at the same time trying to accomplish a game that is very interesting. I've had a bunch of fun with this game. As you can see, I'm letting the beginning here scroll. It's Fallout New Vegas. I love the Fallout series. I've played 1 and 2. I have Fallout Brotherhood. I got 3, and I got this. I absolutely adore the series. Great lore, and if nothing else, even if you don't like the lore and everything, it's a great game to just release some stress and blow somebody's head off. Very satisfying. Here is our intro. For those of you who've seen that there are other videos, I'm not gonna hold too much to it, but seeing most of it would be a good thing to kind of understand what's going on in this world. It's the 1950s, essentially, and it's frozen as the bombs were dropped. Instead of passing through the Cold War without a problem, I believe it's the Cold War, bombs were dropped and society froze. This, obviously, is New Vegas, or what used to be Las Vegas. Let's see, how are things going out in the wastes? Ooh, big gun. And as you can tell, oh, satisfying shot. As you can tell, old Blue Eyes was in the background there with music. This is a faction known as Caesar's Legion. That was NCR in the background. That was in Las Vegas. Ooh.
War.
And
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn. for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
That's the news the maker, so we always love that. And there's our title, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to it. The rest is just for credits. As you can see, very ominous beginning, and it's going to add everything. We have all the DLCs, all 4 DLCs. We are using 3 mods, which I will explain here very shortly. Okay, there's the grenade information if you want to pause and read that. There will be some things that will be added as we go with all the DLCs and pre-orders.
How about that?
If you buy it through Steam, you get all the pre-order stuff and everything.
Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Alright, we're gonna go with a very strange name. But it's a Let's Play, so we'll go through with this.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place.
Okay, and here we have to change our looks. To me, the looks are not great. I'm not a fan of them, but let's be a kick-ass female. For all those kick-ass females out there. Men would rather look at women anyway, so okay, let's randomize a little bit. I always do this till I find something I don't mind here. A little short and pudgy there, I don't like that. Tan. I don't mind that, that's not too bad. The looks on these aren't real great, like I said. To me, at least, I don't see a lot to it. But Fallout 4 is coming. We'll see something coming here. Now that's just funky. That's just funky. Let's go ahead and add some color to that. Do we want standard color? You know what? It's called Angel. Let's see if we can't get a unique color to it. Let's make it really stick out. Radiant color. And that'll be covered up a lot of the time anyways. Yeah, let's go something.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Okay, let's go ahead. See what we got around here. A little bit about the mods we're using. They haven't all added yet. They will after the end of this, when we leave the building. All 4 DLCs, I think there are 4, maybe a few more, are in this package with Steam, so we have all 4 of those. The other mods I went out to the Nexus to get, and that is newvegas.nexusmods.com if you want to go out there. Great site for Skyrim, for New Vegas. I'm trying to think of all the other ones. Oblivion. There's a bunch of mods out there that are just great out there. But we are currently using Project Nevada, which Project Nevada is almost a total conversion to a degree. It's, let me see if I can show you the mod configuration for it. This is what it is, and it's Project Nevada, which is what PN stands for, and it allows you to have a bunch of configurations. There's bullet time, which you can activate. There's, let's see here, I'm trying to think of some of the other things that are. Explosive entry allows any explosives near doors to be opened up, which otherwise would not have been done, or unlocked, I should say. That's always nice. Sorted inventory is always nice. Some realism things, like slower backpedaling. You don't move at full speed when you go backwards in real life. Stealth field I have not used. So, I don't know. I think that's just a stealth point, which makes you pretty much invisible. Here is our controls, which let me see if I can get a better setup here. Let's go ahead and do grenade throw that. And that's not mouse button on my mouse. That is one of the side buttons. I like my bullet time. It's not huge, but it does help. Let's see here. One of the other things I like about Project Nevada is if you put a helmet on that has glasses on it, your HUD will have the glasses displayed over top. The other thing the third mod we're using, which is actually kind of cool, is called End Skies, or Nevada Skies, and I'm using the URW lifted 3.0 version, but it's basically sky effects, weather, dust storms, and I always like that realism stuff. I always like to throw things like that in there. It's possible we may throw another mod in there at midway. If we do, that'll be something that all 3 of us choose on. But normally, if it is, it's going to be something like crafting or something like that. I love the crafting stuff. Here we go. Let's see. We can mess with how often we get perks. We can get them every level. We can get them every 2 levels. Let's leave that for now. Normally I would put it for every 1 and then lower my experience gain down to 50%. Just because I like to do stuff like that. But max level, unfortunately can't maximize it anymore. Carry weight, let's see here. Oops. Let's see. Vanilla is 150. PN is 25. Let's move this up a little bit. Let's go with 65. And that's 10, so we're going to go ahead and lower this down a little bit. Down to 20. This is by 5s. I am a pack rat, so I normally carry a ton of stuff, which is why the standard value of Project Nevada is always a little low for me. Action points, we'll leave that where it is because obviously double the multiplier, which is a lot of action points. Strength-based range, yes. Combat. Now, this is pretty extensive. I mean, the guys that made this mod here, I mean, this is almost like a mod spotlight. I apologize for the delay here for the viewers, but if you really have the game and you really want a challenge, this is where to go, because this will modify, as you can see, everything. To how hard it is to be stealthed. Ours is harder. There's, you know, movement speed-ish stuff. I mean, you could just look over it. Vanilla would be 4. This is 3.65. So it's a little slower here, the multiplier. Your holstered movement speed is a little tiny faster. Let's see here. So obviously crippled leg speed, they wanted to slow a little bit. And if both of your legs are crippled, then you move at 40. So here's some rarity stuff. This kind of bugged me a little bit. I mean, I think this is a little low for the very common. I like to put this up right around 65. That should be good. Because it's supposed to be very common. Common, let's go ahead and see if we can't get that up right around 50. I mean, that's what makes it common. Good chance it's there. Rare, let's see. Let's do, it says 27, let's do 25. And very rare, we'll go ahead and go to 15. So, the things that are more common, we'll get more often. Things that are rare, we'll get less often. Ammo, I'm an ammo person. I don't know about you, but I think it's funner to watch people shooting than it is to watch people walking. So let's go ahead and go up to 45. There we go. Miscellaneous here. Food healing. Since we play in hardcore anyways, it doesn't really matter. Or at least we were going to be playing in hardcore. Survival based rates, that is... I'm not even sure what that is. Let's see. I guess that's probably survival. Does it sustain the drop rates? Let's see here. Time scale. Okay. This is just how much will be going down per day for each of those degrees, which, let's see, looks about right. And that's basically going to put you, I think, at level 1, maybe a little over every day, I believe. So it should be a good. This is go or dismember. This I will leave and we'll change it after every so often, so maybe we can get a little more tweaking done with that. Alt repair system. I did play with this in another game. It is extremely difficult to use because you have to have tools and you have to have scrap metal, which the game really isn't set for. So it's something that maybe we'll do when we get way later in the game, just to make it a little more challenging. And this is more your ragdoll, so you don't go flying like in normal games when you die here. Alright, that's enough for this. Sorry if I bored and put people to sleep. Let's go on and kind of move on with this here.
So far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you get back all your faculties.
And what this is this is just building your character anyway. So this is just kind of, let's see, we want 1 strength to carry extra stuff. Perception. This is something that we can up later as well. They do go up over time, so I'm not too worried about everything. Lockpick, we definitely need 1 more. There's a lot of lockpicking. Endurance, that's health. We'll be average in that. Charisma. Go ahead and go up in 1 in that. one in intelligence, and one in agility, because there's a lot of gunplay, at least the way I play. John and Dark may, or excuse me, Dark and HUDs may play a little differently, but we want to accompany as much as we can for everybody. That looks good. Oh yeah, there's luck and then review. So there are our stats. Nothing too astounding, but a good start.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news.
With the point limit,
Well,
I
you know
don't
you're
think
vital.
there's going to be any problem with
But
average
that don't mean
scores.
no bullet didn't leave you nuttered in a bighorn and drop it. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if you're
Well, what do you got around here, Doc? This is stuff that you always grab right off the shelf here. And this is another thing that Fallout or Nevada, Project Nevada adds in, is there's mods, so you can get kind of cybernetics and stuff. Makes things interesting. You do need a doctor that can do it, though. That can do cybernetic implants. Alright, let's sit down. Third person perspective. And there we go.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
I like to feel my
House.
dog. I'm gonna say, with those being our options, I'm gonna say burglarize.
Night.
It's a silencer
Bandit.
situation for me. Reasonable person. Vaporize them. Jeez. See, there are laser weapons in the game if you're not familiar with it. So we could vaporize, but I'm a bullet guy. Give me something physical. I'm gonna make them Swiss
Light.
cheese. Oh, inspiration.
Mother.
There's always the human shield. I think we're gonna go with cookie jar. I remember that.
Okay.
That's what I think of, at
Now,
least.
I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one.
I don't know about you, but I plan on shooting a lot of people. Conflict is gonna be a big issue. I mean, resolution's gonna be even bigger, but conflict's gonna be in there.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
And the grammar Nazis twitch and twinge after the statement just made. I would say I'm not going to rely on other people much, so we'll go ahead and agree.
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
I'm not a Leo. I'm a Libra. I'm not in the big head.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
I have to disagree on that.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
Yep. Automatic. Well, I'll probably be doing a lot of silencer strikes, silencer work too. But I think I can say I officially agree at least.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
Okay, now this is the one thing that I do for the viewers have to say that this is one thing I never ever understood. A broken chain, I mean, you can kind of see a link, you know, kind of going together here, and it's not together, and then coming back together here. That's vague. Chemical reaction, I can kind of see that, the fizzing, stuff like that. Shadow door frame, don't see it. So if somebody else does, please leave in comments how you see it. Or if you want us to go a certain way, leave a comment. We'll definitely listen to you guys, what you guys want to see. Oozing wound. I guess I could kind of see that. Angry two-headed ant. No, I don't see that. We're gonna go ahead and go to chemical reaction.
Okay. How about this one?
Coffee. Let's see here. I guess I could see a ship at sea. I know there's an I'm too embarrassed, but I don't really see anything that I'd be embarrassed to say, although I'm not embarrassed to say much. Let's go ahead and go ship at sea.
Last one.
I see two people high-fiving, like, two ninjas high-fiving. Maybe something like that. No light and darkness. No beard. Well, a bearded man. Eyes. Mouth. Beard. I can see that. Mushroom cloud. It's always fun to say that, isn't it? I mean, everyone sees mushroom clouds right there. Head on a pillow. Don't really see it. Let's go with mushroom cloud. We like destruction.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing.
Okay. Now this is ultimately what we just did, is we went through and tried to get, what do we like? Well, we like guns. Guns is always good. That's the small stuff, the pistols, the assault rifles. Yes, assault rifles are small arms. When you have rocket launchers, those are bigger weapons, explosives. Melee, not really my thing. I'm more of a lockpick guy, and it's something in here that you need a lot of. Now, science, I love science, and if we have a fourth skill coming later on. Science, barter, both great places to put it. Sneak, but repair is vital. In Fallout, you need to have your guns in a working order, and machines and everything else. So we'll go ahead and stay done with that.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. You got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
And this is our traits. I always do Wild Wasteland because there's certain, if you go to certain areas, there's things that are set up that are offshoots or jokes about different games and movies. Like there's a holy hand grenade in one of the towns, if you find it, which is a reference to Monty Python. So we'll choose that one. There's a lot more too. Don't think that's the only one. I am a hoarder. Yeah, but I don't like that 160. So let's see, what else can we do? Let's go ahead. Let's do skilled. I'm willing to take an experience loss. Not a big deal. Slightly slower leveling up, but you know, we're playing a difficult game, so having those skills is vital.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Actually, there is a gun over here. If we click on it, need 25 or greater. We have a 30. Repair the machine gun. We have a new 9mm submachine gun, which is basically a World War II grease gun, if you're familiar with it. Ooh, what's this? Obviously, things that are blue are we can take without any penalty. Doctor's bag is extremely vital in these wastes. If it's red, that means what we're doing. If we take it, it will be a karmic issue. It'll be negatively affect our karma. Let's see here. So we'll go ahead and a lot of the stuff we're gonna leave just because of the weight. Laser pistol. We have enough pistols and stuff. Ammo, not a real big deal. I'm not a huge laser guy. Well, you know what? John or I keep calling him John. Dark or HUDs. You'll hear us use our real names. John is Dark, Shane is HUDs, and I'm Alex, or Lyric. Electrical cells, and we'll leave the drain cells. There's not enough of us to reform them into a good cell, so.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. It was my wife's. I think she was about your size, and she hardly wore it after we left the vault. Felt it was too brazen.
We could be, mean. That's always lovely. But let's thank him and be on our
Don't
way.
mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Okay, and as I said, we definitely play in hardcore mode, which basically makes things, food doesn't heal you, broken arms require a doctor's bag, not just a stim pack. You can't just fix things. So it's a little more realism, and I guess we're going for the hard route here, so we're going to see how long we can go. And here we go. All the DLCs should load here. New signals, Homeworld Blues. There's one more that should load. Gunrunner's Arsenal. That's all the guns. And I don't know if I did say anything about the second mod we got, which is Weapons Mod Expanded. Basically, it adds a few guns, but it also adds a lot of mods to each of the guns, and specifically, it adds guns with Gunrunner's Arsenal. Oh, and there's that. Dead money. Okay, that should be the last DLC to load. But the weapon mod's expanded. Let's see here. I don't know if it'll show anything. My repair's quite low. Let's see. Like this. Here we go. Homemade assault rifle silencer. That type of thing is, I believe, from Weapon Mods Expanded. It allows you to make a bunch of mods. And Gunrunner's Arsenal. Okay, this is one of the features. If we get a mod that's Gunrunner's Arsenal, but we have a gun that's from the standard game, the 12.7mm SMG that's not from Gunrunner's Arsenal, we can convert mods so that they'll work for standard or from standard to Gunrunner's Arsenal. So if we get a mod, we can convert it before using it if we need to. Oops. Exit out of that. And this is just kind of an intro. Like I said, we're playing a Totem play, which is a new concept we kind of came up with, and all it means is that we're going to be playing off of each other's save. You'll have 3 different people playing on it, and we'll try and get a system so you know who's playing and what part of the series we're in. But other than that, I think I'm going to leave you off here, and then I'll start the actual game and resume from there, so we'll actually get into the action and the first quest with this Sunny Smiles. For everybody else that's out there, and I thank you for watching, and like it if you want to see more. Leave comments. Like I said, all 3 of us will be playing in alternation, so we'll be watching comments, and if you guys have any ideas or where to go and this, that. I've played the game, but I have not done 100%. Maybe one of you out there sees something that I don't see, or that John or Shane don't see. So, have a good day and enjoy.